All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the best thing about this particular live broadcast on my Facebook timeline, I guess, is that number one, well, it's the first one I've ever done. I saw this technology yesterday and I thought, hey, what the heck? But I was on a plane and I couldn't do it. But the second thing is that I think I did this before Lynn Rose. All right. Hey, so while I've got your attention, first of all, I see 6 viewers. Well, I don't see you. That would be creepy. But you never know. It's probably next, right? It says comments will appear here. So someone leave a comment, will you? I just want to see what happens. Come on, leave a comment. Just say, I see you, or you're a dork, or I see that you're a dork. All of those are proper English phrases that you could use to comment on what you're seeing right now. My experimental, I can't remember the name of the first time. You know, it's the first time I'm doing this. Fine, you guys want to comment? There's 6 of you. 6 of you. Not one of you will say, okay, all right, stop asking me about the comments. So look, yesterday on the plane, I texted a message, it's on my timeline here somewhere, about this woman who was sitting behind me who would not stop talking. I mean, so it was 5:30 in the morning. It was a 5:20 flight, 5:20 a.m., which means I had to get up at 3:45 in the morning. I was actually up at 3:35, but my alarm was set for 3:45. Hope you remember that because you'll be quizzed on it later. Anyway, so everybody who's on that flight had to get up super early, right? I mean, it's a 5:20 flight, which means you had to be there at like, I don't know, 4:30 or who's ever. So I'm on the plane. I get on the second row. It's Southwest. I love flying Southwest. Second row, aisle seat. I'm thinking, hooray, awesome. And this woman behind me is talking to this person that she's sitting next to. And I'm thinking, all right, it's pre-flight conversation. Everyone's going to settle down and drift off into some sleep, which is a reasonable expectation, wouldn't you think, at 5:30 in the morning? Well, no. So what had to happen was this woman went on and on and on, full volume about whatever. Ironically, the first part of her conversation was about stress and how we choose to interpret it. Meanwhile, everyone around her is gripping their fingernails into the stress. I'll show you how to stress. Anyway, but she went on and on and on and on and on, and is just one of these people who you get the impression she has to make sure that everybody knows everything that she knows, so she's going to tell everybody, right? So why would someone leave this broadcast? I saw 8 and then 7 and then now 8 again. Anyway, so, you know, of course, I've only a few hours of sleep. And I'm thinking, this is driving me crazy. There's a woman sitting, you know, if you fly Southwest, you know the drill. Everybody sits on the aisle seats and the window seats, leaving that middle seat open, hoping no one's going to sit there. Because who likes to talk to people, am I right? Kidding. Anyway, so you know how it is. So I'm on the aisle because bathroom, right? I hate asking people to get up. It's very annoying. And of course, everyone's normally someone would be sleeping. So if I'm sitting on the window seat and I got to, you know what I'm saying. I'll get back to that. Anyway, so this other woman is sitting in the window. So this woman behind us says, stress, blah, 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 computers, blah. Like loud. And I'm thinking, any second now. Here we go. A comment. As I said when you posted before, should have showed her the door. I know that was pretty funny. Let me show you the exit. Anyway, so so that whole thing. And then, so the woman next to me by the window, she moves. She goes to the back of the plane. She's like, I'm thinking, wow, she's getting up early to go to the bathroom. She goes, I just have to move. I can't listen to 4 hours of this. I'm like, I hear you. I've got headphones on playing rain sounds still. Melanie. Hi, Melanie, here on Facebook. This is my first time doing this. Have you done this on Facebook yet, Melanie? Melanie Bundock, ladies and gentlemen, is an EFT practitioner, and we know each other through Periscope broadcasts and Blab, and you should get to know her as well. Melanie Dull. Well, see, Melanie Bundock's here too. I've got 2 Melanies in here from my Periscope. I know, Bob on Facebook. I know, it's crazy. So I have no idea. This is the first time I've done this. I have no idea what your experience is, what you're seeing. I don't know how it works, but I like it. I like being able to go to the. Anyway, let me finish the story. So this woman leaves. Now I've got all 3 seats to myself. Optimum sleeping situation, right? except for the fact that I've got Yammy McYammerington behind me going on and on and on about whatever. So finally, after about 45 minutes to an hour of this, I'm thinking, all right, well, forget it. She's not going to stop talking. Coffee, please. So I drink 2 cups of black coffee, and then she falls asleep. So I'm awake the whole time. Now, having said all of that, later, so now I go I finally go to the bathroom. I come back, and now I get to look at this person and her companion. I'm thinking, this woman, this poor guy sitting next to her, has to listen to this. Well, when I see them, she's asleep, leaned on his shoulder, which means one of 2 things. One, they're together and he's used to this, which is fine. Or she fell asleep on him and he doesn't know how to move. Which immediately made me think of the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Anyone? Anyone? Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? Okay. So Del Griffith, John Candy's character, there's an exact thing on the plane where he's yammering to Steve Martin and saying, just tell me to shut up because there's nothing worse than some chowderhead who doesn't know when to keep his yap shut, that whole thing. And then he falls asleep on Steve Martin's shoulder and he's like this. So I'm immediately taken to that scene of the film. But then I'm thinking, and this will only mean anything to any of you who have watched Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, what if this gal is like a Del Griffith? No sound. Well, somebody's hearing sound. I know because somebody was responding to sound. Hey, Ruben! Man, it's good to see you here. I miss you guys. I really miss you guys. I see Vanessa's posts all the time, and I think, man, it'd be great to... I'm in Atlanta right now, actually, but of course the weather is frightening. But the fire? Okay, anyway. Okay, good. So Jeffrey Miller hears me. Melody, I don't know what's going on. Do you have your volume turned up? Anyway, so I'm thinking, what if this woman is like Del Griffith? You know, like the character John Candy plays. Like really a sweet person who's got her issues and who knows what brought her to this point in her life where she feels like she has to do that and all that. You know, so it made me feel all of a sudden like the Steve Martin character, like all this judgment and like just, assuming that this woman needs to be shown the door. And I'm thinking, but she's got this backstory, right? There's this reason that she does this. And she's probably a very sweet person and she's probably got a very interesting story that none of us know and we just leap to judgment. And so it was like, so I was like kind of, well, yeah, it just made me realize how quickly I leapt to judgment about this person based on the fact that she seemed completely inconsiderate and not caring about anybody else, but could be just really, needing that kind of connection or whatever it is. So I was able to, of course, in retrospect, when I wasn't having to hear her anymore, think about it in a different way and think, it's easy to leap to judgment like that when you're tired and you really just want to freaking sleep and this person is talking and talking and talking and you really wish the flight attendant would come over and say, ma'am, if you could just shut up. No, sorry, we wouldn't want her to do that. Ma'am, if you wouldn't mind just keeping the conversation just down a little bit, there's a lot of other passengers trying to sleep. Wouldn't that have been awesome? And then she could have said, sorry, don't have to tell me twice, nothing worse than some chowderhead who doesn't know when to stop yet, Anyway, none of that happened. We all listened to her for 90 minutes, and then she slept all for the rest of the flight. But meanwhile, I'm all caffeinated, and it's too late. So I'm just gonna experiment, and like I'm just clicking every one of you who joined and was watching, who left a comment, because I'm experimenting with this. This is the first time. So then after this, I get to go onto Facebook and see, because my understanding is these videos just stay there on the timeline. But you lucky 7 viewers, were here for the live inaugural. That's what I was looking for. That's the word I was looking for. Inaugural Facebook Live broadcast. So let's see. For some reason, Facebook Live makes me more nervous than Periscope. Really? God, I haven't even thought about nerves. This is potentially way more audience, right? I mean, I have far more many Facebook friends than I have Periscope followers. But I want to take this opportunity to have all of you who might be watching this either now or on the replay to go over to Periscope and follow me, because that's where I really live on these live broadcast things. I talk about the law of attraction, obviously, with my LOA scopes, but I'll also play the ukulele. And how long you in Atlanta? I'm leaving Monday morning, provided that there's not, weather conditions that keep me here, which would be not good. My daughter, my middle daughter, is actually up in the Northeast where it's really going to get slammed, and she's scheduled to come and see me on Tuesday, but she might get snowed in. So anyway, so look, if you're not following me on Periscope, if you don't know what Periscope is, what? Periscope.tv/Bob Doyle Secret. Follow me there and get involved on Periscope. It's awesome. But this is also very cool. How do you even do it? Do you have to be verified? I don't know. Hey Kim, it just showed up on my it just showed up in my phone yesterday when I was on the plane. So yeah, I'm sure you have to be on your phone because it doesn't work on my web, on my browser. But when you go to post, there's a new little icon along the bottom that says new, record and broadcast live video or something like that on Facebook. And I thought, I've heard about this, but I never saw it as an option for myself either. So check your mobile app and see if it's there when you go to post. Maybe they're rolling it out. Sometimes they do that kind of stuff. But this, a long time ago, and I mean like 2+ years ago, Ustream used to have an app called Broadcast for Friends, which would do this, which would allow you to broadcast directly to your Facebook timeline. And when I moved from Atlanta to LA and Lynn and I did a cross-country drive, we documented the whole thing with Broadcast for Friends. We were constantly updating the travel and all of this stuff. It was a ton of fun. And then like shortly after that, they pulled the app and we lost all of our video and the whole, everything that was documented. So I'm quite sure that Facebook isn't going to do that to us. You wouldn't do that to us, Facebook, right? We wouldn't create all this content and then you go, yoink, gone. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just playing with this. 7 viewers. Now I know. See, I'm in Atlanta now, so it's like 10 something as opposed to 7. So it's pretty early in my time zone. Hi, Kimberly. Thanks for the smile. Kimberly Melise, ladies and gentlemen, dear friend of mine, used to be one of my personal training clients. That was several lifetimes ago when I was a personal trainer. And by the way, if you want to know, this is pretty much how I do my Periscopes too. Oh yeah, can't tap the screen for hearts. For those of you who don't know about Periscope, when you're watching a Periscope broadcast, if you like the content, like what you're hearing, you can tap the screen and it sends hearts. Just letting the broadcaster know, keep doing what you're doing, we love it. But we don't have that here. Hi, Christine Thorpe, ladies and gentlemen, a Boundless Living certified Law of Attraction coach, but a very amazing coach in her own right, whether or not she ever crossed my path. So, Christine Thorpe, nice to have you here. Okay, well, look, I just really wanted to test this out, and I've been doing it for 12.5 minutes. I've got 10 amazing, amazing viewers. Ruben, if you're still here, please send my best to Vanessa. I see all her various hairstyle changes over the years. And it would be so great to go and see her do an open mic somewhere. And, it's funny because I posted this somewhere. I found a CD of an open mic I did back in, 2010 or 2000, whenever that was. And I couldn't even listen to it. I was like, oh, stop. Oh, God. I was playing Girl from Ipanema, but I had this really mechanical kind of style, which I thought was avant-garde and different. And I thought my voice, anyway, I couldn't even listen. I was like, I can't believe I did that. I was like mortified. Because my style has changed a lot. Of course, no one would know that because I hardly ever share it anywhere. Occasionally on Periscope. But I don't post my ukulele videos like I used to since I moved to LA. I don't know why that is. I thought I would do way more living with a musical soul like Lynn. But just haven't done it. Anyway, let's see what happens here with this Facebook Live thing. Maybe I'll do it there. All right. Well, look, everyone, again, it would be awesome if you'd... go over to, if you don't follow me on Periscope. And Blab is another. Blab.im/Bob Doyle Secret is another way that you can follow my live broadcasts. I'm getting ready to launch a new series on Blab called Awkward Interviews with Weirdos, which is something I was going to start last week, but then I realized I've got this travel and I can't, But next week sometime I'll be starting that. So blab.im/Bob Doyle Secret and periscope.tv/Bob Doyle Secret to follow me and all those things. Thank you, Ruben. I appreciate that. And I know for what it was back then, it was fine, but man, it's hard to listen to that old performance stuff and not cringe like crazy. Like I thought, well, I'll just listen to it because I won't judge it too harshly because I know it's been some time. Couldn't do it. Could not do it. That's awesome, Melanie. I just did a voiceover, by the way, about stalking laws in Florida. And it was funny. I immediately thought about Facebook and stalking. That's okay. I stalk you too, Melanie. We're mutual stalking people. She's across the world from me, And we thought for a moment that there might be a possibility that I would finally meet Melanie Bundock at the Periscope Summit in San Francisco, but neither one of us ended up going. So another time, we should do a live event in the UK. You're in the UK, right? And do one together. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay. All right, I'm going to let everyone go now, and you can explore Facebook Live broadcasts on your own, on your phone or your iPad or whatever, if you haven't done it before. And but this has been fun. I should be doing a Periscope, which I probably will in a bit. But I'm all wiggity-wag because of the time difference and catching up on voiceover stuff that I couldn't do yesterday because I was traveling, and, you know, it just never ends. The life of Bob Doyle is just, which is hard on the head. It is. All right, everyone, have a wonderful, awesome day or evening or morning or whatever it is you're having. And Robin is another of my Wealth Beyond Reason certified coaches. And it's nice to have you here too, Robin, but I was just about to end this. But apparently the replay of this 16 minutes and 7 seconds of absolute broadcast brilliance will still be on my timeline. And I'm going to find that out for myself. Anyway, by the way, from a very rainy, cold, and almost snowy Atlanta, Georgia, I'm hoping that all of you are having a warm, safe, comfortable day. And let's talk again very soon, shall we?